Good evening, friends. It's Miss Patty at Samuel's Public Library with Lammy. We're here to read you a good night story. I hope you've had a lovely, fun day. It's been a little hot, so I don't know about you, but with my granddaughters, sometimes we just play games and color and maybe play Candyland or Go Fish or Kings on the Corner or the memory game. There's all kinds of games you can play. And of course, read books. Our summer reading program is still going on. We'd love for you to come in and get your prizes. So I hope you're well and getting all cozy and ready for bed after a big day. So Lammy's gonna sit. I think I read you another Pete the Cat book recently. I have another one that I like. It's called Pete the Cat, Crayons Rock. So, do you remember how wonderful it is to get a new box of crayons with all the colors and they're all pointy and fresh? Well, Pete the Cat likes coloring too. And there's all manner of things you could create with a box of crayons and some paper or a coloring book. You can make presents for people, cards that make them feel special. You can color rainbows and all kinds of things. So, Pete the Cat, Crayons Rock by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete loves his big box of groovy crayons. He loves to draw things like cars and trucks, flowers and trees, and most of all, the big blue sea. Look at what Pete the Cat's been drawing. Good job, Pete. That looks awesome. That gets to go on the wall, the refrigerator, or somewhere special. Is that where your drawings go? From Rockin' Red to Cool Cat Blue with a box of crayons, there's nothing Pete can't do. One day, Pete decided to draw something new. What do you think? His friends. Using lots of colors is so much fun. Pete wanted to use every one. He scribbled and drew a great big smile. His drawings were groovy and rockin' with style. That is very fun. Crayons rock. What are some of our colors? We've got rockin' red, groovy green, cool cat blue, deep purple. Pete was proud of the pictures he drew. He hoped his friends would dig them too. Pete showed Grumpy Toad first. Grumpy Toad said, "This doesn't look right. Those colors are way too bright." Grumpy Toad, that is not a great attitude. Pete thought, "Hey, no sweat, that's all right. The next one will be dynamite for Gus from Pete." That's his friend Gus. Pete showed Gus his picture too. Gus asked, "Who's this supposed to be? It doesn't really look like me." That wasn't good manners, was it? I think it looks like him. I think Pete did a great job, don't you? Gus. Pete thought, "Hey, no sweat, that's all right. The next one will be just right for Callie from Pete." Pete finally showed Callie her picture. Callie said, "This one is fine, but it feels like something's missing from mine." What do you think she thinks is missing? Maybe her whiskers? But it's a great picture. Pete does a really great job. Pete said, "What a mess. Bummer. I guess my drawings aren't the best." Pete started to frown. He put his crayons down. Do you think it hurt his heart? I'm sorry, Pete. In art class, the teacher asked, "Pete, what are you going to make?" "I don't know. I'm afraid of making a mistake." Pete looked around. Gus drew the coolest superhero. Callie's flowers were awesome out of sight. And Grumpy's motorcycle was just right. Pete's heart sank. His paper was blank. He didn't know what to draw, did he? The gang looked at Pete and said, "No sweat, it's all right. It doesn't have to be just right. Your art is cool because it's you. Your art is so unique. Grab your groovy box of crayons. Show us your technique." That was nice. The teacher agreed. Art should be fun. Art's for everyone. From rockin' red to cool cat blue with a box of crayons, there's nothing you can't do. Pete smiled. There are no rules. It's no big deal. Art is about how it makes you feel. Pete loved his cool art. That's the one thing Pete knew. Suddenly, Pete knew exactly what to do. I wonder what. He tried again. Instead of drawing them one by one, Pete drew the whole gang, just having fun. Look at the bus of school box colors. Look at that beautiful rainbow of color. Wow, way to go, Pete. That's a rockin' masterpiece. Grumpy, Toad, Gus, and Callie agreed. Pete's picture was off the charts. See, that's the groovy thing about art. He drew all of his friends, and they like it. Way to go, Pete. The best art comes from the heart. Crayons rock. Isn't that great? Look at his friends are all doing a picture of Pete. Excellent. The end. Great job, Pete. Okay. So if you get to come in for to get your prizes in the library, I wanted to show you one of the fun prizes is a special beach ball. Yay! So the fun thing about this beach ball is you have your little blow up thing to blow up the ball, and then you have another one to blow up the fishy inside. So very fun. So are you ready to snuggle down? Do you have your special cuddly? This is the story, How Does Sleep Come? By Jean Blackmore. Up on a cloud, looking at the moon, the world is all quiet. How does sleep come? We could yawn together, couldn't we? How does sleep come? Jacob asked his mama as he climbed into bed. Jacob's mama tucked in the covers all around Jacob, just so. And then she told him, sleep comes quietly, like a snowfall that blankets a meadow on a dark, starry night and lays down a soft white canvas for rabbits to leave footprints. It's all quiet. Do you see the bunny over there? And another one. Staying out of the snow under the tree for cover. Jacob snuggled under his covers. I wonder what he's thinking. He does look kind of sleepy, don't you think? Are you a little sleepy? Maybe? Sleep comes silently like fog that rolls into a harbor and shrouds the boats in misty gray, making a silence broken only by the clang of buoys. Those buoys in the water will clang when the waves come and make like a bell sound. It keeps ships safe, doesn't it, in boats? Jacob yawned and stretched. Kind of can't help it when you're sleepy. I might yawn just looking at Jacob yawn. Sleep comes softly like a cloud that drifts through a bright summer sky and sweeps a cool shadow across the land. That is nice at the end of the day, isn't it, when it's been hot, to have a cool breeze. I think Bunny likes it. Jacob sighed and curled up. All quiet. Sleep comes peacefully like a cat that curls up cozily in front of a warm fire and kneads its paws as it purrs. Jacob's eyelids grew heavy. He's got a special something to cuddle. Sleep comes gently like a butterfly that lands delicately on your hand and slowly brings its wings to rest. I was getting flowers today out of the garden, and I had a butterfly land on the flower in my hand. Just sat there until I moved, and then he flew away. It's very special to see them up close, isn't it? And they're all different. Jacob closed his eyes. He looks pretty serious about sleep now. Ah, he's got a butterfly in his hand. And the snow fell and the fog rolled in and the clouds drifted. Is he dreaming now? He's asleep and he's dreaming he's in that boat. What do you think he hears in his dream? And the cat purred and the butterfly alit. Such a pretty picture, isn't it? All the pretty blue with the sparkling stars. And quietly, silently, softly, peacefully, gently. Jacob fell asleep. We won't wake him up. Good night, Jacob. And that's how sleep comes. Little by little, you just drift off. Well, I hope you have a wonderful night and a beautiful sleep, and wake up bright for tomorrow and have a fabulous another summer day. I love summer, and I hope you do too. Take care. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye.